All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Hey, I called it last week, didn't I? I called it last week. Before it even happened, I said it may come as early as Friday, but no later than by the middle of Wednesday. Now, I'm not some type of prognosticator or anything like that, but too many times, more often than not, I usually get this stuff right. So, 8 Democratic senators decide to cross the line and pee off Bernie Sanders and Chuck Schumer and vote with the GOP Senate and reopen the government. Now, of course, I'm going to tell you what this really truly is. All right. The Democrats lost. They lost in every way, shape, fashion, or form, but they did gain in the gubernatorial races. All right, that's part of it. This bill right here is nothing but just kicking a can down the road for only a couple of months. That's it, just a couple of months. They voted on it yesterday, 60-40. All right, but this is a holiday bill. Let's just tell the truth. It's a holiday bill. Not only that, it should be a wake-up call for all you people out there who Pastor Dowell, I know everybody don't listen to Pastor Dowell, but I have been harping for people to store food, to prepare themselves, get themselves ready, so that you don't have to go stand in food lines and go to food banks begging for some handouts and stuff. Learn how to prepare, because you look at the posture of this country right here, these folks don't care about you. Damn sure the Democrats don't care about you. Huh? So learn from this and don't repeat the same mistakes, because at the end of January 2026, we're going to be revisiting this again. They only passed this revamped GOP funding bill to last until the end of January 2026, and we're back in the same old quagmire again. No deal for Obamacare. I mean, the only thing is up next is let me see. The Democrats got a promise from the Republicans that we would hear. That's it. They got no concessions, no nothing. So that's the next thing we're looking for. The next thing we're looking for is what type of a health care agreement are they going to make? Because they had no deal on Obamacare whatsoever at all. Well, what's next? Well, they passed it Sunday, and it's going to take a couple of days. Tuesday, Wednesday, everything should be up and running. I guess the good thing about it is that people get to pay all these back paid bills, that they owe. Car notes, electric, all the stuff that you've already been indebted to. Again, I don't want to use this as a video of saying I told you so. The only thing I want to say is that I predicted this. I predicted this. If you go back to that video when I mentioned something about the dumb Democrats or something like it, that title or something like that, no more than maybe, 3-4 days ago? No more than that. So, lessons learned. You can't depend on your government. You've got to wake up out of sleep. Some of you tasted a lot of pain out there. And it should have been a wake-up call for you to revamp and do things differently. Because what you have been doing and the mindset that you have, it ain't working. And it ain't going to work in the near future or the foreseeable future. It ain't. A change has to be made. And not only just the mind, but in your lifestyle of doing. You're going to have to. Because if not, you're going to find yourself right back at the food banks again. Then they're going to run out. Next, we're going to head towards total anarchy as we watch and see that there's no governor on a lot of American people. They will go and loot, pillage, rob, steal, rape our own people in this country right here, destroy businesses, and do whatever it takes because they did not prepare themselves. So what's Pastor Dowell's advice? My advice has always been the same. Number one, get out of the population centers. Get out of the cities, because you see what happens when chaos ensues in the city. There's not a police to police the criminals. There's not enough police. There's simply ain't gonna do. They will not be showing up, because when people start going back crap crazy and stuff, they got lives they need to protect too. Sure, they have sworn a constitutional oath to protect all enemies, foreign and domestic, including in the community. But man, when it basically comes down to me going into that hot area where people got pipes and guns and switches, like they keep saying, I'm making a business decision. All of a sudden, my patrol car don't work no more. All of a sudden, I'm not going in there playing a hero. Nope. Get out of debt and save some money, so that when crisis like this does come, you're not hurting like everybody else. You're not in a bad situation like everybody else. Store food. I mean, I'm a one-string banjo. I've been talking about this. I'll be in there, baby. I've been talking about this for 30 years. And there's nobody in the ministry that this government shutdown, it did not affect anybody in the ministry whatsoever at all. If someone in the ministry is working for the government, they already had an emergency fund saved up. They already got food storage. I just left from a brother's house, Brother Abraham's. He lives about 2.5 hours away from here as the crow flies, country saying now. And I went up there, and the first thing he did was take me in the house and show me all the food storage, how they, what they're doing and getting themselves right. Man, I was like, look, didn't even affect him and his family at all. They got enough food to last them for at least a year. A year. Is that not a good place to be in? He got 2 little children and a beautiful Ishaya, what you commonly call wife. You see, you can't listen to the people who have no revelation. You cannot listen to people who don't actually live and do what this word says, because they're clueless. Instead of staying glued to the TV or to the internet, waiting to see what these politicians are going to do, you take things into your own hand. That's what you do. You start preparing yourself, listening to wise men, because there's one thing about it, there's an old wise saying. You know, one wise man was able to deliver a whole entire city, possibly even a country. But if they don't listen to that wise man, ain't nobody getting delivered. Nobody. But hey, the wise man will be delivered, and those who did listen to him, they will be delivered, but you won't be delivered. Your religious Christian pastors, Israelite leaders, or whatever you want to call them, they're not helping either. Because see, if they're living in the city, they're doing the same thing that the regular mad masses are doing. They're not preaching to you, get out of debt, because they're in debt. Because they'll be a castaway, they'll be a hypocrite. They're not preaching to you, get out of the population centers, because they're still stuck in the population centers. They're not preaching to you to store food because they think the grocery store down the corner's got the food. Listen, learn from this and don't repeat the same mistakes of the past, and stay tuned, because I got plenty more to say.